Well, we caught up with Thierry Neuville just before the start of this morning's opening stage. Thierry, obviously issues yesterday. The minute we pulled up, we could smell the oil. Is that a concern?
We will see. We will find out.
That's gearbox oil I can smell.
Yeah.
Neuville himself looked resigned, sounded resigned, was very, very concerned. The car was leaking oil as they pulled away towards the first stage. He's clearly nursed the car. We're hearing a broken drive shaft. I think it might be a bit more than that for Thierry Neuville. Don't forget, the issue today is it's quite a long day, 123 kilometres, no service, no service. Now, Neuville did say at the stop line, he thought he might just go straight back to service and retire for the day. They're clearly going to have a look at it. They're clearly going... Don't forget, David, I guess part of the important thing here is that if they can get some kind of fix, we're back here in 5 months' time. You know, really important to get the kilometres, the stages under your belt, even if it's in three-wheel drive. No?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it kind of philosophically, yeah, 100%, Col. You know, you want to get that experience, that mileage, but you got to be practical. You know,
Well, so what's the consideration here? They either turn right here and go to service and miss out the next 5 stages, or what? They keep trying? I mean...
I just don't see what they can do. If the drive shaft is broken, it's broken. You know, you can't affect... Yesterday we saw Calais effect a great repair. You can't do that with a drive shaft. You know, what you have to do is probably dismantle, take the drive shaft out.
And run in 2 or 3 wheel drive.
Well, you'd run in 2-wheel drive, I would have thought. But, you know, it's going to put a huge amount of strain on every other aspect of the car. So you then risk further damage. You then risk Sunday points. As much as you want that experience, probably the best thing to do is just take a right here and go back and get in the pool.
We've seen that before. I suspect it's more than just the drive shaft, though. But let's just have a look around. We won't look at this. Come here, Elliot. Have you seen this? I'm sure you have picked up on it. You know, as the car comes to a halt, droplets of oil. What does that suggest? That's an interesting pattern. It's not a streak of oil. A streak of oil means one source of oil accumulating somewhere. That suggests there's been a lot of oil that's just dropped, droplets off the bottom of perhaps the engine or the drive shaft, which is a little narrow here. So what do they carry in the car on a day like today? They carry limited spares. And it's down to the discussion between the driver and the engineer. If it's a gravel rally, you would definitely carry suspension parts. You always carry extra oil. That's one thing that you always carry. And that's that bottle that you can see there just under the A, if you like, of the bonnet and the top of the wheel arch there. That's extra oil. Thierry, you sounded resigned at the start of the stage. Is there much you can do here?
No. Just put some oil and go back.
And hope to keep the engine good for... Well, where's the oil coming from? The
transmission.
Yeah. Okay. And do you think it will get you back? It doesn't really matter, does it? If they have to send someone out, you just have a nice morning.
No, it will get us back, for sure.
It's enormously disappointing after the troubles. It's been a troubled weekend. Shakedown yesterday and this. It's very worrying that you're having so many technical problems.
Yeah. I mean, it's better they come all at once.
Is it just bad luck, or is it a sign of maybe the focus being lost a little bit at the factory?
No comment.
Oh dear. Terry, at what point did you realise you had an issue this morning?
On the road section earlier.
Huh? What's going on here? They are just repairing the car to drive it back. Martin, difficult morning.
Difficult year.
Yes, a very difficult year. David, that no comment was quite telling, wasn't it, to the... Is this an indication of perhaps a loss of focus at the factory?
A loss of focus at the factory car. What does that mean? That's really harsh on all of the people that are working there. I absolutely think you're right. What do we expect him to say? You know, there's not a lot he can say, but clearly something is wrong here. Something is wrong with this team. That, you know, is it the fact that they've got that WEC program coming? They've got so much other stuff going on. It's, you know, they've moved factory. There's just a lot going on, and it's
not harsh. It's not harsh, David. It is potentially a reality. We know this in any business. As you start to move away from your core business, as you start to expand, you know, if you're stretching resources, it's not saying that people are doing a bad job. It's just saying that potentially they're being pulled left, right, and centre, and the focus is not entirely on quality control. It is not a coincidence that they've had all of these problems. Something is going amiss somewhere, and I'm not pointing the blame at anyone in the factory, but
somebody is to blame. patently. And ultimately, is that Cyril Abiteboul? He is the president of Hyundai Motorsport. He is making decisions that, as you say, are potentially stretching that resource thin. It's just, it's a heartbreaker, Cole, to see this 12 months on from what they did.
Number one. It's the world champion. The world champion is having the most woeful year. He is no different driver from the driver who won the title last year. This car is entirely different.
It is. Exactly that. There hasn't been enough development in the car. And it's all compounded, isn't it, by Toyota that have just kept doing what they're doing, making their car quicker and quicker and quicker. These boys, your heart goes out to them. It's, they, like you said, they do exactly what they do.
It is a desperate sight. As Martin said, it's been a difficult year for them. As Thierry said, no comment. What is going on? Shakedown yesterday, today, massive technical issues for the team. And we've seen, obviously, like Tanak yesterday as well with one or two issues. The only one who seems to be, mastering the conditions. And this is the counter argument, is that obviously Adrien Fourmeau is doing a really strong job. He's been strong out there again this morning, David.
He has, absolutely. I would say, you do sometimes get a degree of fortune with which disc they put in which car. And, clearly there was an issue with the drive shaft. Thierry hasn't broken that drive shaft on the road section out. There was a flaw in the machining or whatever in that piece of kit.
So there we are, folks. Thierry Neuville, that is the end of his day. Is it the end of his rally? Well, hopefully we will see him back tomorrow. It's just not the Thierry Neuville we wanted to see 12 months ago on top of the world. What a torrid 12 months it's been since then. But he will bounce back, no question about that. But before that, he has to head back to service. Club DirtFish. It's a new type of rally content where you can join like-minded rally fans and you set the agenda. It's your exclusive pass to the service park.
Club DirtFish is the home of exclusive rally content.
It's a 10 out of 10 for these boys from me this weekend. Do you want, though, the opportunity to debate my driver ratings? Club DirtFish, the only place you can do that.
With Club DirtFish, it's your time to ask the questions.
And great news for British and Irish rally fans. We're delving deeper into your national championships, including a dedicated podcast. If video is your thing, Club DirtFish is the only place for our bloopers and behind-the-scenes content like this. Sounds good? Well, join the club at dirtfish.com/Patreon.